Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us for the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. We're here tonight with two series of games for you. Let's take a look at which teams we have in store for you. Our first series is going to be Team Empire taking on No Logic Gaming. And we're actually going to see No Logic Gaming twice today because the second series will be them again, and this time against Alliance. And those will be our matches tonight. And of course, with me in the studio, three lovely people. And we actually have Shane back.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So yesterday on the show, you guys flamed the absolute crap out of me.
Oh God, yeah.
And you said, Andy, I believe you've said this numerous times, you don't flame people unless you're beside them.
Or
Yeah.
you could hear me though, so it's pretty much the same thing.
How did
but
you know he was listening?
maybe-
and not
maybe I
like
just had my
dead in
headset
What
off.
else
bed?
does he have to do?
He might be sleeping because he was sick.
He has to do what Owen does and fiend to make sure that he can see if anyone's flaming him. Because
And
I
they
bet you
did.
he knew that I was gonna flame him, and I did.
Yeah, you flamed me pretty hard. Also, the car you got for Lumi. Yeah.
The car, yeah.
Yeah. That thing's for like 12-year-olds.
Actually, it's 16 plus on the
It
box.
was 16 plus.
16 plus,
It was
okay.
16.
It was 1,100 pieces.
16
dude.
plus is still pretty easy. The one I had was for adults. That's what I'm going with.
2-year difference,
Well, America 21.
technically. No,
Yeah.
you're an
like-
adult when you're 18, but you
Well-
still can't drink.
And also the thing
Really?
that it came out with, I think that a 3-year-old would be able to do the same thing.
All right, let's move on from that.
You got wrecked.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I tried to flame some, it didn't really work.
No, good effort though, good
Thanks,
effort.
thanks.
But you feeling better?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm excited to see No Logic Gaming actually.
Yeah, they should be doing good. I'm kind of curious what they're gonna have in store instead of Dijara.
Yeah, I was gonna say they lost the.
They lost their core. But their
Yeah.
strongest players in their team actually.
I'd say, yep, he was doing very well. So,
Poaching season.
like, who do you think they have? Like, any wild guesses?
Faust!
That'd actually be pretty cool.
I actually. He just seems like the guy who would be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, he'd just be like, let's play. You know, that's fine.
I think, don't you think that he would want to go into a different path, like go commentating,
Or
go
chess.
analyst, follow Light of Heaven in the casting scene,
I don't know.
He's quite
or
a
chess?
cheery guy. You know, like he'd probably do pretty well at casting.
I think
like,
so
yeah,
too.
he's very
He
emotional.
has a lot of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you doing today, Owen?
I'm doing good. As Shane said, looking forward to seeing No Logic Gaming, who they're going to have as their position one. But also seeing, of course, what we've got Alliance and Empire playing yet again. Seems like I've had those two teams quite a few times in a row over the past few days, but it's going to be interesting to see how Alliance goes. Obviously, people watching the streams recently know that S4 has been up for quite a long period of time now.
Yeah.
He's been up for at least 17 hours, and he's coming into these games. I'm sure he'll be fine, but it's got to be something that we should take into account when kind of watching his performance in the
He's
middle.
actually
But
just
I'm
gonna,
sure
like-
he knows what he's doing.
He's gonna pass out at his keyboard in one of the games and just.
I think that the moment that game hits, it's going to be his moment to shine. He's going to be doing so well because he's going to be only tunnel visioning. He's going to be playing out of his mind.
When I'm super tired, when I've played for like 16 hours plus, I actually become a god in Dota. It actually, nothing goes wrong because you don't think about the things. Like, you just...
Nothing goes wrong because
No.
you don't see anything outside of your screen anymore.
No, it does. Like, you just go into this like Zen mode.
Or
where
you think nothing goes wrong.
No. I literally win every game past 16 hours. 100, like, not even joking. It's like you just know what you
I saw you
instinctively
do a
react to things
24-hour
without thinking
plus
about it.
stream once. I don't think you had 100% win rate then.
I did. It was like 34 hours.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I was
didn't have.
wrecking people at the end.
Yeah,
I
but
actually,
you didn't have 100% win rate.
Yeah, maybe not, but like
You
it was
just lied.
good. It was good.
It was.
I
It was
question this.
actually not that bad.
Yeah, I was playing
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm telling you, it's the strap.
All right, I'll do like a 24-hour, and when I get to 16 hours, I'll be like, all right, this is my time.
Okay, hereby on record, actually spoken
Today, he's gonna do one today.
by
Straight after
Draskol,
the Dream
he
League.
will do a 24-hour stream. And from 16 hours onward, he will not lose a single game.
Whoa, I didn't say that. I said I wanted to try it. I said I was gonna be like, this is my time. You know, let's see if I hit the peak.
You might.
Is 16 hours the
'cause
peak?
What
Is
if?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What if
Okay.
your peak might not be at 16? Your peak might be at 19. You're gonna
And he's
continue
kind of
till
older.
you
It's
hit it,
probably
right?
a bit lower actually.
Or higher. Or you have twos.
No, you can't last.
How does
this
that
long.
work?
He has a peak at 6 hours and at 19.
Why am I getting flamed?
What?
I don't know, dude. You just like flamed me casually while you were talking. It's rude.
But you're sitting right there, so apparently
Yeah,
that's
it's fine,
allowed.
It's fine. It's whatever. Fair game.
Fair game. Okay, so we had two series yesterday as well. Let's take a look at the games, or rather at the recap of the games that were played yesterday.
Back backup now coming in, and there's your initiation, but you can't quite find the skill pick off, and now the return as Pasha comes in with a blink, the crush onto Rise, the light strike as well, that's the Magnus down. Demon's gonna follow up, it's a lovely wall, and it's a lovely kinetic field, but it doesn't look like it's enough. There's gonna be a buyback here from Arise, and the back of the fight's trying to clean up, but there's your Omni slash from Sing Sing, and he's gonna do it! He gets the kill onto No One. Beautiful wall. And Solo is going to get cleaned up, but what a fight for MFF. He has got the Grave, and he may just need to use it. Okay, here comes Pasha, straight with the lockdown onto Yapso. Yapso gets himself to the side, now with the Snowball coming in for Demon. Arise, can he get off the ult here? Yes, he can. He gets one off Solo incredibly low, but now Arise is low as well. The Grave, as you said, from Yapso, keeping Arise alive, allowing him to fight for it all. They found 2 kills. No one's there. Can't do anything though to stop these TPs. Well, he can if he kills them.
He can just punch him.
He does. He punches Demon to death. Zing Zing's going to be all right. Demon might be able to find the return kill. Nuts is going to look for the deny. He's going to have the snowball first, trying to aggro the Ancients here. Is it going to work out? No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 5-for-1 at the moment for Alliance. Zing Zing trying to move in onto top as Arise and Demon here as well. They'd love to find this kill onto Bulldog. Did get off the score. But he's just going to walk it off. The burst isn't enough. They'll find the kill, but now the Lich Ult is massive with the Timbersaw slow as well. Is it going to be enough? He's got a lot of armor. Will he get out? No! Triple kill for S4 as he gets out the Whirling Blade. Question is, can they find anything more here? Okay, it's changed onto 2. S4 will get glimpsed back, but Loda's there with a 3-man crush. S4 just turns into it with the Chakram. Yeah, he's going to go down here as well. Even a BM Doom there from Bulldog.
Monkey Freedom Fighters yesterday had 4 games played. They were able to get 1 victory. And we can take a look at the standings to see how Monkey Freedom Fighters, as well as Alliance and Vega, who played yesterday as well, are doing right now. We have got Alliance on top, Empire second, but bear in mind every team plays 14 games in total. And Empire has played most games of all, and they have 6 losses, which is not amazing and actually puts them, we're expecting to see in the bottom 4 at least.
Really?
Yep, I believe so. Even if they win all of their games from here on out, they can only be 8-6.
Yeah.
Like that is absolute best case scenario. I mean, today you would assume that they're going to 2-0, right?
Yes.
Like that's what you would hope as an Empire fan.
They need to, yeah.
And then do we know who they play last? That's the question.
Empire played Alliance, they played Monkey Freedom Fighters, they played... Oh, can we put it back up?
Vega probably.
They haven't played Vega.
Because Vega has not played a lot of games yet. So.
Oh yeah, okay, so
No,
if
I
it
thought
is
they played Vega
Vega...
the other day, didn't they? Didn't we have Alliance versus Empire and then Empire versus Vega?
The first day we were back after...
On that,
Oh yeah,
Owen's
last week
right,
Wednesday.
Owen's right,
You're
yeah.
right.
Okay.
Owen's right.
So who's the last one?
I'm not sure.
Monkey
But either
business?
way,
Monkey business.
we have to assume that it's not going to be a pushover game for them, right?
Yeah.
Which means if they don't win, like even if you go 7-7, that doesn't make you safe.
No,
It doesn't make you even
safe at
a
all.
little bit safe. Because they're going to be done by the time like most teams haven't even played more than half their matches. So yeah, it's pretty scary.
It is pretty scary indeed. And of course, No Logic Gaming hasn't actually played a single game yet. They are the replacement team for Virtus Pro, which is a team that you might be not seeing anymore in rosters. You might be missing that team. But No Logic Gaming, they have been looking pretty strong in the Frankfurt Major qualifiers. But this was including Ditya Ra in the roster, who now is picked up by Team Na'Vi. So no more Ditya Ra.
They poached him.
Poachers.
Poachers.
Yeah.
Poaching season. Is it actually poaching season? I think poaching season doesn't start until...
I mean, it's poaching season in the CIS region. Because like
Yeah,
3
there's a
teams
lot of free
just
agents.
like went... So.
I mean, with all the teams not making it to the major, they actually have a lot of time to
yeah.
poach and to try to see which players want to join the dark
And it's kind of
side.
good as well, because they'll have a lot of scrim options, because I'm sure a lot of teams will want to play teams that aren't playing at the majors.
Yeah.
Exactly, so they can test out the rosters quite well.
That's good, and they're still also competing in quite a few tournaments as well.
Yeah.
But today, Empire, Alliance, No Logic Gaming. We can actually take a closer look at Empire, who will be the first team playing against No Logic Gaming. And from their team profile, what's the thing you notice, Owen? What's the thing that stands out for you for Team Empire?
Well, I think personally it's the fact that Jaro, it's obviously 6.84 stats that we've got up at the moment. I'm trying to think, I still think we do see it get banned out against them. You know, the fact that we know that Silent's still pretty good on the hero, and they pick it up a few times. It's obviously fallen out of favour since the previous patch, but I'm a big fan of the Silent Gyrocopter, and I'd like to see it come up again. It's interesting that we don't see any kind of reference there. I guess it is because it's 6.84. The fact that we don't see Night Stalker there. I'm sure if that was 6.85, that would be very high up in the preferred picks, and also in the most banned against them. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Night Stalker come out in both drafts, at least in a pick or a ban, because it's one of their high-profile heroes for Resolution there.
Chen as well. Like I haven't seen much Chen.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen-
just 6.84.
When
Really.
was Puppy played it at
MLG.
MLG? Yeah.
He did, yeah.
They buffed Pendants,
Yes.
right? They increased or decreased the cooldown by like what, 10 seconds?
Increased the percentage damage
Yeah.
late game.
Did
they?
No Logic Gaming not play Chen in the Open qualifiers?
I can't. I can't
many
remember if it
games.
was
It's
Chen
so
or an
much
Enchantress.
Dota, dude.
I
There
think we
was,
might have seen him
there
play
was a Chen,
Enchantress.
and there was a Chen that was active so early on in the game. Like, actually, just take a creep, go mid straight away and start ganking. I want to say it's No Logic Gaming, rather, I want to hope it was No Logic Gaming. Because otherwise, I'd have no idea
I
which
think
team
it
I'm
was more
remembering.
likely an Enchantress.
Yeah, I think.
I think
I'm
I think it
sure
was
it
an
was
Enchantress
I
because
remember a Chen.
There was a Chen.
I remember a Chen, but I'm not sure what team.
But
played.
there was also an Enchantress game where we
Enchantress
thought
was
they were going to
offlane.
offlane. No, they thought they were going to offlane and they didn't.
Well, I didn't
Right.
commentate that game, so because that doesn't ring a bell. It
Who
was
knows?
Chen. I think
Dota
it was
2.
No Logic Gaming.
If they pick Chen, I mean, I'm always happy to see stuff like that.
I really, really like how Empire played Chen in the past. Like they would pick it with Dragon Eye, like maybe a Witch Doctor, and they just destroy every single tower, get Roshan, and then just win the game off that. They do it like they remember last season. They had like so many 25-minute games. Like it was all around based around that Dragon Eye. Who, like Andy did, like he got buffed. Like, but is he still like? How does he get on in mid lane? Like against say Queen of Pain, the heroes we see usually.
I don't know. I think it's fine now. Like the base damage reduction pretty much lasts the entire duration of the Flame Breath. So like if you use it once, you can just make sure that you're not taking like a ton of damage. You get to your bottle. You play it like a Magnus lane, more or less, where you just rely on your spam to be able to get CS. And when you hit 6, it's kind of similar to how Shadow Fiend plays. You just try to 5-man with it, like you said, and you just like death ball, and that's still good. I think it's actually better to use DK for that kind of death balling than something like a Chen. Obviously different positions, but you have a hero who can actually also carry, who has better late game transition than Chen. So I think that's why Chen has actually fallen out of favor, and DK I think is more likely than
We
something
saw
like that.
DK even yesterday.
Yep.
Run Timbersaw. Alliance actually ran a Timbersaw.
Dude, that DK got wrecked.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
wasn't
I
good.
like the way that teams play DK, but I feel like that hero in that particular game had like no chance.
Shadow Fiend's just all around better than DK, isn't he? Like it's you got the mechanism for the push. Like it's it's played in a similar style.
It's a different thing though, because like recently what people have been doing with Dragon Knight is they don't play him as kind of the frontline tank hero anymore. They build like Blink Dagger and stuff on him.
Okay.
So what they're
Initiate
doing,
it.
yeah, they like jump somebody who's like standing by a tower, like, oh, I want to defend, and then you get Dragon Tailed and picked, and then the tower just dies for free because the team is down one person. So that's been more prevalent, I feel, lately. But Shadow Fiend functions differently because he doesn't, like, he 5-mans with the intent of fighting. DK and 5-mans with the intent of actually getting towers. Like, fighting is a secondary thing for him, I feel. Whereas Shadow Fiend can influence the fight with Requiem. He obviously has high magical damage and physical damage, and he's a natural mech buyer, which DK is not. So it's like a little bit of a different dynamic between the two.
Oh, and what would we like to see from Team Alliance today?
From Alliance, well, I'd love to
Alliance.
see some more S4 Timber. I don't think it's going to happen unless we get one of those kind of lineups going against them that's very much like Timbersaw's going to be great here. Obviously, yesterday we had Harney recognizing it, so
Yeah.
maybe if they go full strength heroes, you know, we see 4 melees coming out again, we could see some more Timber. But at the same time, S4's been playing a bit of, the puck. I'd kind of like to see him on that
Yeah.
one again, kind of switching it up, making the plays happen. I want to see some flashy stuff from Alliance, and judging from their games recently, I think we can expect that because they've been giving us some pretty impressive performances recently.
I'm just happy that they're picking Puck again.
Yeah.
Me too.
He's one of my favorite heroes.
Didn't you go on a rant? Like
I think
multiple times.
For sometimes I thought he was really bad, but yesterday when he was picked, I mentioned during the draft that this is one of the few situations that the hero can work well because he wasn't being relied on to be like a position 1 or even 2. Like his
Okay.
whole goal in the game was just to start fights, and he went blink, Aghanims. Like didn't buy a Yules, didn't buy anything else, just went blink Ags. And by that point, the cores on the team had enough to be able to just push in anyway. So when you're only being used as an initiator, I think the hero is great. But if you have to do any like heavy lifting, bad pick.
Yeah, it kind of suits Alliance though, because the way they play, you know, Bulldog and Loda, they just take everything, and they usually
Yeah.
And S4 just has to make the space. So
Yeah, it's true.
for their team especially, it's a really good pick.
So we're gonna see Empire, Alliance, and No Logic Gaming today. 3 teams. For you two, this is the last time we're talking to you today.
Thank God.
I would like to
Really?
hear. What do you think we should look out for those 3 teams?
I think I would be surprised if No Logic took a single match today. I mean, it's one thing if they came in with their roster
Okay.
and they had Dichira.
Yeah.
What if they have a Vos though?
This wild
They won.
Havos claim.
They won, dude. Because you know what Havos can do better than anybody else? He can make you not understand what's happening.
That is actually, I think,
And then
that's
when neither
gonna be
team
the key.
understands what's happening, neither team knows the win condition anymore. So you can always win.
I thought you said the wind condition, and I was
Wind.
like, What does that have to do with though?
Well, sometimes it gets windy.
And blow your mouse and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
True.
If you're outside.
What should we keep our eyes open for, Owen, for today?
I think we could keep our eyes out for No Logic Gaming maybe giving us an upset, because obviously I don't imagine the other two teams know that much about, going up against them. Then I'm almost certainly never played against this stack before. So I think they've definitely got the element of surprise. They could bring out some picks that Alliance and Empire aren't expecting, catch them off guard. And I'm feeling that No Logic Gaming will be able to take at least one game today. I'd probably put them more likely to take it against Empire, I want to say, than Alliance. I think
Even
Alliance
knowing
can
that
deal with them
S4
better.
didn't sleep.
Yes, but I think as we've discussed, I think he's going to be fine.
He's gonna hit his
gonna
peak,
be
man.
fine.
He's past 16 hours. He's good.
Okay.
You're gonna see it.
Yep.
It's gonna be godlike.
Now, before I let you go, Shane, I missed you for this yesterday. Because, nobody's as
What do
good
we have
as,
this time?
as unboxing as you. So we have two
Radar
boxes.
Express SSD.
A PCI Express SSD. So this actually
don't
goes
even
in
know
your
what that is.
PCI slot.
Okay. In your computer.
In your computer. This is true.
Inside.
Inside your computer. Well, normal SSDs also go inside your PC, but they don't go into your PCI.
Mine just hangs
PCI
off the
slot.
side of mine.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the smartest
It
way of
works
doing
fine.
it. But
It's kind of cool.
yeah,
Don't
it
break
is.
it, please.
No, I'm not gonna break it.
So that's an SSD that you can win. You can also win the Maximus 8 Gene motherboard, which is... Oh, that doesn't show
Does
it.
that one have a ship? There's no ship on this
No,
one.
this one is a bit of a smaller version than the one that we had last week, which is why we also give it.
Why is it called Gene?
Because it's
Explain
not
that-
Hero.
Explain that one to me, Shiva.
There's Hero and there's Gene. There's just different names,
But why Gene?
Well, why are you named Shane?
Because my mother named me.
Well,
Because she
apparently
liked the name Shane.
the mother of the board, the motherboard,
The mother of the motherboard.
like Gene.
Okay.
Call him
Thank you,
Gene.
Shiva.
Yeah, so that's the explanation right there. If you want to have a chance of winning the motherboard and the SSD, you can go to facebook.com/ROG Nordic, and there you can fill in what you think is the most influential hero of this week of League play. And then on Saturday, it will actually be Hani who decides which hero actually was, or according to him, the most influential hero, and then maybe you win. You do have to give a motivation, though, on to why you think that hero was the most influential hero of this week's League play. So make sure you do that. Facebook.com/ROG Nordic, and you have a chance to win the motherboard as well as the SSD. So with that being said, it is time to say goodbye to our commentators. You said, actually, just quick predictions, because you said at least one game for No Logic Gaming. Andy? Also?
I'm going with the goose egg.
With the what?
The goose egg. 0 games.
0 games. Okay, well, with that out of the way, it's
I'm just being honest.
it's okay. This is the place to be honest. So it is time for our weekly guest to join us on the couch. Welcome back, Hani, and also of course, welcome back, Lumi. I am introducing the weekly guest, but then Lumi just appears there as well.
I'm just a +1.
Just a +1.
Would you bring him to a party? Would you go to a party?
Of course.
I thought we're going to the bra party tonight.
Yeah, there's a broad party tonight.
The bra party ends tonight.
Yeah, we'll catch the last 20 minutes.
It ends at 12 midnight. I don't think we're gonna make it.
I don't know what a broad party is. Apparently, it's a thing.
I was going to ask, what is a bra
Shiva
party?
knows where it is. We're going with
Shiva,
it.
what is a bra party?
A bra party is, according to the Hunkermiller, you can buy 2 bras and get the 3rd one for free.
Oh.
Oh, so it's not literally a
Oh,
party.
well,
There you
well,
go.
that's kind of a letdown.
I think you had a bit of a different idea
Yeah.
with the bra party, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay. Let's move on.
let's move on. Honey, how have you been doing? How have you been enjoying your day?
It was good.
Yeah.
I went to cut my hair.
Nice haircut.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Swedish haircut.
The Swedish haircut, I asked, can you make something happen? And that's what happened.
That's
You
good.
gave them free reign. You just
Yeah.
said, like,
Did you actually?
Yeah, I always do that, actually. I just
What?
say,
brave.
What if you accidentally walked into like the punk hairdresser and they gave you like
You just look like capitalists.
spikes?
well, that's unfortunate if that happens. I'm actually not, I don't know, I don't really care. So I'm just asking, just do something.
I guess for men, I mean, it grows back faster as well. I mean, you go to the hairdresser.
Once in a life.
Okay, so what? Say that
No,
again.
because for men, they have to go to the hairdresser like what? Like once every 2 months?
It depends how short your hair you want to keep.
But
it
hair's
probably
does not grow
depends on how
faster than
often
women's
No,
you
hair.
but
there.
you notice it faster if you don't do anything about it.
It
That's
depends
true.
again. If like your
Yeah.
hairstyle is normally very short, you do have to cut it every
Yeah.
1 to 2 weeks.
So on average, you notice it faster when men haven't cut their hair for a long time compared to when women haven't cut their hair for a long time.
Yes.
That depends on
Yeah, it depends on everything. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I said on average.
probably if you have long hair already and you just trim it, then the difference is going to be very limited.
Yeah, but if I don't cut my hair for half a year, nobody notices.
I will notice you.
Oh, thanks. Because if you don't cut your hair for half a year, I'll notice.
See?
See? Great discussion.
This has gone downhill really quickly.
Okay, so Dota, that's why we're here, right?
I think so.
Yes, I think so too. So we have ourselves first series, Empire taking on No Logic Gaming, and I think it's time to hear from the preliminary analysis.
Okay, so do we actually know who's playing on Low Logic Gaming?
Nope.
for
We don't
carry
know the
player?
fifth slot, no. So
Okay.
we have Nikwa, Excalibur, as well as Spartan and Milan.
Mhm.
But the fifth, as in the core position, we actually do not know.
Okay, so I think the offlane position is the one that I'd like to focus on today.
That is Nikwa, right?
According
Yes.
to the statistician Shane,
Yes.
gave me the download that Darkseer is the most picked hero for...
No, it's not the most picked, but it's the one they do the best with.
Okay, so that's the hero that they would like to try to get for
Yeah,
No
I
Logic
think so.
Gaming. Obviously, their stats has been somewhat sparse because they have only played in the open qualifiers as well as the major qualifiers.
Yes.
I actually checked out Nikwa's Dota Buff profile, and he's played quite a bit of Brood over the last few days. So
Okay, that's
Really?
good.
Okay.
perhaps we're gonna see the Brood come out.
He's turning to the dark side like everyone else.
That's good because Darkseer is the most banned hero for Team Empire in
Okay.
6.85. So I think that speaks to a bit of their playstyle. They like to pick supports that either like to go roam away from the lane,
Mhm.
but if you have support that roam away from the lane, that generally allows Darkseer to do what Darkseer does.
They also do dual lanes quite a lot, Team Empire. Like they do the Bane Night Stalker kind of thing, and if you had a Darkseer,
I mean, you
can
have to
easily
think
take
about what
advantage.
Darkseer really does in a for you as a team.
Yeah.
I think the major part about a Darkseer is that it pressures your carry, so you have to help out your carry lane, which a lot of offlaners don't do.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get pressure in the tower, and which often frees up time for your mid lane that you have a one-on-one matchup, which is preferable for you. So you actually end up in a one-on-one instead of a 1v2 situation because their support can help out the mid lane because your offlane is not pressuring as much. So that's what Darkseer is really good for.
Yeah. Now, for the offlane position of Team Empire, Resolution most of the time is playing it. I remember yesterday you were bringing up Earthshaker, a hero that we don't see too much. This is this team that still picks Earthshaker because Resolution is so good at it. They oftentimes kind of give away the early game laning stage because, again, Earthshaker not exactly the most dominant hero in that position, but he often makes it up in the mid game with Blink, Force Staff, even Yules. So if we're going to see Earthshaker at all, I think Team Empire is the team that's going to be picking it up.
I think it's you can never underestimate a good shaker. It's always a good pick. I think in all scenarios is you have pretty much 1k range initiation with a guaranteed stun. You can BKB preemptive, but you're gonna get stunned if you don't do anything about it. And it's just always good to have.
Yeah, even early game you can get a nice block, and it just turns out like any other hero couldn't get a kill in that position. and-
Okay, I want to kind of raise this debate since we're talking about Earthshaker. Another very Earthshaker-like hero, comparing to the Fissure, is Tusk, to me at least. Because you get this block effect. To me, it's even better than Earthshaker's block effect because the way that you could aim it. There's so many areas of the map that you just can't fight.
It doesn't stun though.
I mean, Tusk
doesn't, yeah.
Tusk is different in how he functions to me. Tusk blocks. He's also stronger when you don't have an escape. So in the earlier phase, he can
Right.
do a lot more.
I'm imagining like a level 1 rune fight where the Tusk shards is
the
like
shards
amazing.
is going to
yeah.
be better, as well as Tusk has a save mechanism, which Shaker does not have.
Mhm.
So if you initiate with a BKB, like if a carry initiates with a BKB, Tusk in the mid game can always save you,
Right.
while a Shaker can initiate really well and kill someone really quick, but he will not be able to save a target.
Sure.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah, I think, well, at least teams for now has been leaning towards more of the Tusk from the both
Yeah.
support and the offlane position. At least for me, it's very interesting to see how this kind of transitions as we see
I
more and
think
more
Caretaker's
games.
better against higher mobility heroes as well, like Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, that kind of stuff. Like you can initiate from Fog, you can lock them down for like,
Great against BKB carriers as
exactly
well.
like 6 seconds or something like
But they
that.
can blink over fissures, both Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage.
Yeah, but I'm saying late game when you're trying to catch people, whereas Tusk, he can blink, punch, snowball, but then you can still blink away. It's a way less lockdown time.
I overall think it's a flavor of the month kind of thing. You will have all of these heroes reappearing. There's slight buffs, and then a hero suddenly comes into perspective again, which you haven't seen too much of. And Shaker overall is good as he is, and he will come back into the games as well. It's like a puck that reappeared.
Yeah,
Nothing has really changed about the hero. I think he got buffs even.
I think his orb travels a bit faster.
a
so
tiny
it's-
bit faster.
So he
100.
got a buff, but yes, he's not as big of a carry, which was mentioned earlier. That he just doesn't function as a late game core like a Queen of Pain.
Is
which we
there a
often see.
hero that you would consider like not flavor of the month right now, but that you would like to see in the coming month, so to say?
I want to see more Invoker.
Invoker or Tinker,
Yeah.
but I guess that's just.
Tinker, we're gonna see Excalibur.
Yeah, I remember.
I
I
do like
mean-
Tinker, but I like him a different style where you
Okay.
play more on the laser rocket early part and you
Just
support rather. Like
Okay.
you would get early BOTs over focusing on the Soul Ring, and then you pretty much play the traveling. So
Bottle.
yeah, like the bottle
okay.
refill on all heroes. You just refill everyone, while then you are aggressive in the early game onto their core.
But how fast would you expect the support to get bots?
No, he's
no,
saying
you play it as a mid hero, but
Okay.
you focus on
like
pretty much
disrupting the
keeping the
lanes.
carry low.
You're more
and
utility hero rather than
kind of, and then you turn obviously into the disabling core in the late game.
Yeah, at some point you will.
But often the problem you have when playing the regular Tinker is you go a 2-4 build where you have the laser rocket for the mid lane to just like do okay, and then you still get the march. And the problem is if once you go march, you're just not as effective anymore. You can push out the lanes, but you won't be someone that just bursts you down. Where he can be very reliable. And that's, I guess, a downside
I
to the
think
hero.
against teams like Team Empire as well, they like to group up and push together quite early. And having someone like a Tinker doing that, just TPing in, like firing 2 or 3 rockets and then going home, it'll just disrupt the push so much that it could actually be very effective.
I think
And Beastmaster as well.
okay, for Resolution or for Nikwa?
For Nikwa, like
Okay.
if you're like Beastmaster's kind of been coming back quite a lot, and it combos up quite well with Tinker as well. So
Yep. I think another hero that you should always be aware of when you're playing against Excalibur is his Meepo.
yeah.
We saw them pulling it out in both the majors as well as the open qualifier. Well, the open qualifier and then the regional qualifier.
Yeah.
So we saw the power of it in the hands of No-Tail, where one game they just kind of just won just simply from the draft. I think Meepo is one of those heroes that when drafting you have to kind of really keep in mind. Obviously, you had some experiences with Excalibur and Time Fanatic. Like, can you tell us a little bit more about his playstyle as a player?
He is
At
a
least in the
very.
past.
I mean, from back then, I think Excalibur, the way he played best was when he got the farm that he needed to have. So he's a very heavy mid-position carry.
And you would need to invest a lot of farm into him
you
for him
invest
to
a lot
make-
of farm, and once he has a certain amount of items, he plays really well with items and farm. But he is probably, that's an experience thing as well, as you grow from your competitive games, where you then have a better chance of building your mid momentum as just a mid carry where you help out the team rather than the team helps you build your items. It's just a different perspective that you get the more you play, I guess.
when I've seen them in the past, they actually pick TA a lot for Excalibur, and they constantly stack ancients for him. Like so that kind of is what you were talking about. You know, the team kind of helps them out a lot.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be playing up against Team Empire, and Empire is known for playing fairly aggressive, maybe not allowing for the supports to help Excalibur get to the point where he has the amount of farm. How do you feel like they will fare against that?
It's going to be tough for him to. I guess that's a risk. Like how he calculate the risk of the gank coming in. It's overall like I think a team thing as well on the communication, whether or not you play aggressive to you want to get the maximum farm, or you just relax and know okay a gank can be coming, and then maybe your offlane has to make up for pressure to help you out in the mid lane. So it's an overall team thing, I guess, on how well they synergize.
They also kind of like they love their Legion commander.
Yeah, for
Logic
No Logic Gaming, yeah.
That's
They
kind
actually
of
played offlane, right?
Yeah, they
on
play
equal.
on safe line actually.
Okay.
DDR played it a good few times on the safe line. But that's kind of one of the few cores that can actually like keep you in. Oh,
Ooh. Okay. It actually is entirely dark
pretty
right now.
dark now.
Yes.
All right, let's go. So, Lego Starship. Let's go.
Lego Starship. Why don't I get ever presents?
Hoping for a
Oh,
Lego.
we have
Oh,
Something's happening
there's a
behind
Back
us.
to the
faces
Future?
void.
Time Traveler,
Okay.
Nutty Professor,
What's happening?
Back to the Future Day.
Is it?
Is it not?
All right, I don't get Back to the Future references.
Oh my God, Doc! Where have we ended up now?
Great.
What year are we in, Doc?
I don't know.
What are these strange people doing
They
here?
look like professionals.
Last time we got chased by goddamn terrorists.
Why are you from the south?
I don't know, Doc. This time traveling messes with your mind. I don't know what's going on anymore, Doc. How are we going to get any plutonium here?
You should ask the experts and maybe the Asian guy.
The Asian guy? We didn't have those back in 1985. I'll tell you that, Doc. What year are we in, son?
Oh God, 2015.
Doc, we've already been in. I went here at the end of the first movie. Why we come back here?
It's Back to the Future, Marty. Back.
Back?
We're back.
But we've gone back 3 times. And it's not stopping, Doc.
We need
When does
gigawatts.
Michael J. Fox?
1.21 gigawatts to be precise. Where the hell's the goddamn DeLorean?
I think it's outside.
Why did we... What are we doing, Doc?
Dota 2.
What the hell's Dota 2? Back in my day, we had another kind of game. It's called League of Legends. It's probably not around now. It's probably outdated. Dota 2.
Can we please go to the track?
Let's go to the track. Is the game even goddamn started?
We can't see the PCs, so we don't know.
The PCs. What's a PC, Doc? Back in my day, we just had mobile phones and kitty whittles.
Who knows, dude?
Oh my God.
This is a Reddit post.
What's supposed to happen now, Doc? Because I'm not entirely sure.
No one told us what we were supposed
We
to
were
do.
supposed to come on. You were supposed to be Doc. I was supposed to be Marty McFly. And that was about it.
Why are you from Texas?
I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to be from, Doc. I didn't even do that.
That was good.
Hey Marty, hey Doc. It is actually Back to the Future Day, right?
It is.
It is.
It is that
The
day.
draft started.
The draft has started.
Oh, there we go. Let's
All right.
take it over, Doc.
I would have shaved if I knew I was going to do this.
That was great, lad.
That's great.
Oh, well, I didn't expect that.
Oh, it's no, I saw it like instantly. I knew what it was, but I wasn't expecting the actual Doc and Marty to come back to the future.
I was so lost.
You never
I
seen the
have
movie.
not seen the movie, so I don't even know what's going on. But
That is sad as well.
He has not seen the movie. Also, we're apparently not doing the draft. Casters, take it away for the draft, apparently.